You don't see Tottenham Hotspur on the leaderboard, but after their midweek performance while winning a place in the FA Cup final, their struggling opponents today, Norwich City, must have been apprehensive about visiting White Hart Lane. But Spurs in the black and white strip never looked like reproducing their midweek form. Tony Galvin looked impressive enough, but without Ricky Villa, the Spurs attack seemed to lose a lot of penetration. By contrast, Martin O'Neill of Norwich made things happen from the very start. Handball, said Spurs and the crowd, but they were wrong. Spurs had plenty of possession, but Norwich controlled their penalty area, usually without fouls like that one. No question either about Hoddle's penalty kick. But the strugglers from East Anglia were playing the more fluid football. And as Mark Barham and then Martin O'Neill displayed, they were more willing to run at the defence. The policy eventually paid dividends. The long cross from the left forced Chris Hughton to concede a corner. That simply gave Barham the chance to plant the ball on Fashionu's head onto Watson, and Norwich led 2-1. Spurs came back yet again in just the same way that Norwich had taken the lead. What an opportunist Miller was to make the shot off Fashionu's foot, but that was the last the Spurs fans had to cheer about. In the second half, Norwich again looked stronger, with Martin O'Neill making a big contribution. Mick Maguire continued the attack and made the final goal with a lovely bit of football and a hard cross which Roberts could only turn into his own goal. Spurs 2, Norwich 3. And that win keeps Norwich alive in the scramble to avoid relegation. Brighton won as well against Crystal Palace. Coventry and Leicester could only manage draws. West Ham showed their second division championship class, beating Orient 2-0. Notts County could only play a goalless draw at home to Preston. Blackburn and Swansea also drew against Bolton and Cardiff, respectively.